foodies, Chill Brown Vegan here. Today I'm making something really special. This is something I've been wanting to make for a long time. Today I'm going to show you how to make banh mi two different ways. Now I am in no way claiming that this is authentic, this is just my take on banh mi, which I love and respect so much. Banh mi is Vietnamese for bread. So we're not making the bread, but we are making everything that goes into the bread. For some reason, I'm really craving Vietnamese food. Last week I had the pho, and this week I had to have the banh mi. So if that is something you are interested in learning how to veganize, stay tuned and I will show you how I made mine. Let's get cooking. Okay, you're going to need 3 carrots and you're going to need 1 good sized daicon. You're going to chop them up to about the size of a matchstick and put them all together in a bowl. Next, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar and you're going to gently massage that together for about 2 minutes, making sure that every piece gets coated in the sugar. When you're done massaging, you're going to add half of a tablespoon of salt and you're going to repeat that process again. You're going to massage everything together for approximately 2 minutes. Then let your veggies rest for 5 minutes. Your veggies are ready when they are very flexible and pliable and they don't snap or break when you fold them in half. When they're at this point, you want to go ahead and rinse all of the sugar and salt off. Into a bowl, you're going to add 3 cups of water, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and 5 tablespoons of distilled vinegar. This mixture is what we are going to use to pickle the veggies and give them that nice tart and tangy flavor. Now this would not be a Chill Brown Vegan video without a little bit of whisking action, so you're going to whisk all of this together until the sugar is completely dissolved. Now you're going to add your carrot and radish to the bowl. Make sure everything is completely covered. We're going to set that in the fridge overnight. If you want a little bit of kick, you can add some red pepper flakes or some Thai chili. Now we need to marinate our meats. You're going to need 4 Porta Bella mushroom caps and 2 pieces of lemongrass. I don't really know how to say this, but I guess two stalks, if you will. And you're going to chop it up. You just need the white part on the inside. It's going to come out to about a tablespoon or so. And as much garlic as you desire. I have 5 cloves and 1 white onion. You're going to chop that up. What I did was I blitzed it in the food processor, and then you're going to just cook it on the stovetop until the onion becomes translucent. It's going to become very fragrant and your house is going to smell so delicious. Here is where the magic happens. You're going to pour the onion, lemongrass, and garlic into a bowl. And to that, you're going to add 1/4 cup of dark soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of mirin, about a teaspoon or so of ginger powder, more if you like, 1 teaspoon of agave or your choice of sweetener, 1 tablespoon of mushroom sauce, which can be found at your local Asian store or online. And last but not least, black pepper to taste. Now when you're done, give it a whirl. Now I don't know what I was thinking here. I don't know why I thought I could just put the mushroom caps in there and mix everything up, but that didn't work. So I ended up having to take each one out, chopping it up into smaller pieces, and then it became a lot easier to mix it up. So pro tip, chop it up first, then put it in the marinade. Mix everything up with a spatula and make sure it gets nice and coated. When everything is coated to your liking, you're going to want to cover it and let it sit and marinate for at least 1 hour. Overnight would be ideal, but at least 1 hour. So I found this in my local Asian store. It's kind of like a soy meat, a tofu kind of meat that is marinated in 5 spice and a whole bunch of other spices. It kind of looked like pork, so I said, hey, we're going to roll with it. I think this would be really good in the sandwich. Here's what it looks like. It does look kind of weird, but hey, it tastes good, so this is what I'm using here. If you don't like it, feel free to use tofu, or you can just use mushrooms. I'm sure mushrooms would go really well if you're afraid of, the mock meats and the soy products. But chop it up. It's time to make the marinade. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of 5 spice, 2 tablespoons of Hoisin sauce, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of agave, 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, and just like we did before, you're going to whisk it up. Now you're going to put your soy meat into the bowl. Make sure you get everything nice and mixed up. You're gonna cover it and let it marinate for at least 1 hour. Now it is time to prepare your bread. Of course, you can use whatever kind of bread you like, whatever you can find, but I do believe that baguettes are what is typically used. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. I'm cutting the bread in half just because it is so large. This is definitely enough to make 2 sandwiches, but then you want to cut those pieces in half as well. Just don't cut too far down the middle so that your bread doesn't rip in half. Now, here is where I made a mistake. A lot of the time what people will do is they will actually pull out the insides of the bread. That way you'll have more room to put in the toppings and not too much bread. But I love bread and I didn't want to do that, of course. I had to be difficult. So, well, you'll see what happens. I just tried to press it down with a spoon so I could fit the toppings in there, but that didn't quite work out like how I planned. You'll see when I do the tasting. Here I am cooking up the mushrooms. You just want to cook them on each side. You want to make sure the mushrooms get nice and dark. They're going to shrink in size. And then the marinade that we made, it's going to get really thick and sticky. But I don't have to tell you that. You know how to cook mushrooms already, right? It's going to look a little something like this. And then you're going to cook up your soy on both sides. You can let it get nice and crispy or just brown it on either side. Easy peasy. And here I have my bread. It's nice and toasted. I'm going to spread on a little bit of mayo love, some sriracha for some spice. I'm adding some greens just because I want to and because I like them. You do you, boo. And don't think I forgot about our pickled veggies. Go ahead and layer those on as well. And bring in the shrooms. Layer them onto your sandwich, as many as you like. Some cilantro and some cucumbers. And voila, we have a sandwich. Now do the same thing for your other sandwich. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to dine. Okay, so here are the sandwiches. On this side we have the vegan tofu meat, and on this side we have the mushrooms, in case you couldn't tell. I'm so excited to try this, so I don't even know where to start. I think we'll get the mushroom first, so let's give that one a try. Here's a close-up of the mushroom. There's a lot of bread. Now I can see the wisdom in scooping out the bread because there's a lot of bread there, but here goes the first bite. This is good. This is everything right here. The mushrooms are very chewy and very savory. It just all goes together so nicely. And you have just the slightest hint of the lemongrass. It's good. Okay, and now for the second banh mi. This is with the tofu meat. When they say scoop out the inside of the bread, scoop out the inside of the bread. This is very bready, but you do get a lot of flavors. And the tofu meat has a little bit of a spiciness to it, or maybe that's the sriracha, I don't know. But the sandwich with the tofu meat definitely gives a more meaty taste. The texture is really good, it's firm, it's delicious, it's seasoned well. I couldn't say which one I like more. This one, I really enjoy the texture of it, but the mushroom one has a really, really good flavor, and the flavors just blend so well together, so it's a tie! This is like the ultimate sandwich. The bread is nice and crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. The meat is seasoned really nicely, and then you have the cucumber, the cilantro, the pickled veggies give it a nice freshness, and then you have a bunch of different textures. The mayo and the sriracha just ties everything together and gives it just the slightest little kick. I really, really hope you guys try this one because it is amazing. Have I let you down this far? Have I? I didn't think so. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my sandwiches here. And if you do try one of my recipes, please comment down below and let me know how it goes. I hope you guys are all staying happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.